Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the greatest podcast on the planet. This is It Podcast, and I'm your co-host, Corey Roy, 1/3 of this team here. As you know, my name's Corey Roy, and I want to pass it along to one part of the counterparts here, my man Phenom 202. What say you, brother?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. Well, power through tonight, yo. Today was a dope like
we
a
having some
motherfucker,
technical
yo.
difficulties.
Yeah, work shit. But I'm glad to get here so I can have fun with the peeps tonight, yo. So let's go ahead and get this thing lifted and all that stuff, yo. So what say you, O?
Not much, man. I'm here. I'm tired too, man. Like I said, it's been hectic at work, and for like the last 2 days, it's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm just witching powering through myself, brother.
Yeah. Truth be told, I don't think I recovered from Charlotte, yo. Be honest with you.
Yeah. So everybody out there, I think we said it last week that we went to Charlotte, North Carolina, and got a chance to meet up with these guys. And actually, it was good, man. We had a good time. I mean, practically almost everybody from college was there. It was a lot of us, and it was fun, man. But you do realize that the older you get, your recovery time is a lot longer. That's one thing you realize.
No, that's facts, yo. There was a lot of laughs, a lot of pictures, yo. If y'all go to our Facebook page, Instagram, you'll see the pictures. You'll see the crew out there. Everybody else who we just 3 DDA representatives, but it's a whole group of us got together. And shout out to Hollywood DDA for making me pop bottles, yo. He's out here encouraging debauchery, yo. So we was with it, yo. So
yeah.
Yeah, good times, man. Fun times. Definitely fun.
Yeah. So can't wait to do it again, yo.
Same here.
I'm glad we didn't commit to doing a show because there's no way we could have did a show out there.
It was no way we could have did the show. I mean, and what Ali was like, we shouldn't say it, and you're right. We shouldn't have said we was even going to attempt to do it because it just didn't happen, But we took pictures, so we have still lifes of what we were doing out there, and that's as far as like a show, we just didn't get around to doing that, man. It was just too much going on, but it was still fun though, still fun.
Yeah, I will say this though. One thing Corey did know is he's not dying in his bed ever.
Yes. Okay. So
it's not gonna happen, yo. You ain't gotta say why, but you ain't dying your bed, yo.
Nah. I'm not dying it, man. I'm not dying it. This is what you're gonna see. This is what you're gonna get, yo. I'm not dying it. I thought about it hard, and you guys have been on this live. You knew I was gonna go back to the dark side, but then after this weekend, sitting down, talk to the fellas and everything, I was like, you know what? I'm keeping it gray, man. Silver Fox.
The gray, yo.
Yeah, embrace the gray. Embrace the gray.
Yeah. So it was dope weekend, yo. Yeah. So I'm glad to be back, trying to recover. And
same.
Something, yo.
Yeah.
Something. So we gonna kick it off tonight. I don't know what. I mean, we got a couple things, yo. Yeah. So which I want to start off with first tonight, yo. We got some happy stuff, some crazy shit, some really crazy shit.
You know me, man. I'm like a leaf blowing in the wind in the fall. I can go any which way, man. I can land and take it from there. So, Ollie, man, any ideas where you want to go?
Ollie don't care. He never cares, yo. So, all right, let me kick it off, yo. So we'll go dip into it, yo. This Pete, Hegseth, and Signal shit, yo. So, we really don't get too political on this show, but this is, you could be whatever side of the spectrum you fall on. This is some sucker shit right here, yo. I don't care where you fall, yo. This is some text going bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all don't know, I'm pretty sure y'all probably follow it. So, Pete Hegseth, he what? Homeland Security or FBI or what the fuck he is?
He's like
Secretary of Defense.
Yes, yeah.
whatever he is, he shouldn't have had the
Yes,
shit.
sir.
But him and his fellow cronies, started a signal chat and incorporated the ops, yo. Journalists, yo. You can't trust journalists to keep a secret, yo. You know what I'm saying? And they should have kept that circle close, and they started tweeting out or signaling war plans and shit. And they got out. And the worst thing you can do is not sit in it and lie about the shit. Know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing out there, yo. It's just you gotta know who's in your signal chat show. You gotta know who's in your your group chat show.
Yeah, group chats. Yeah, group chats can get you in trouble for real, for real. Like that's one thing I know. Group chats definitely off of the group and nobody else. You know?
Yeah, and the group chat's supposed to be the safe space, yo.
Oh, for real.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what you talk about, it's supposed to be the safe space, but you can't let the infiltrators in, yo. And they got caught red-handed with that shit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead, Corey. Yeah.
Well, you know, y'all more political, so I was going to let y'all kind of go. Yeah, y'all more political guys. I was going to come in on the trail end.
Yeah. Well, I ain't really going to go talk politics, yo. But I mean, it's just crazy ass mishap. I know the reporter had to be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know what I mean? And it's just like crazy, yo. I know MCAP. He put your boy. He's a DUI hire. So, I see some. Somebody was like, they were saying that they were like, yeah, well, because you know, he done got cut up a few times, man. He done got caught up in his first marriage, motherfucking cheating. He got caught up in his second marriage. He got the Fox's ex pregnant while he's still married to his second wife. You know what I mean? So, you know, if anything, you know, he should be better with working on them text messages. You know, he done.
You keep getting caught.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's what I guess that is true. Like, I guess you're not a good criminal when you keep getting caught. But come on, bro. Like, yo, you keep getting caught, man. You got it. Like, you got practice. He had time practice, yo. You know, the text, keep the text secret, man. He need to be double, triple checking, yo. But now I feel like that. Honestly, now that you mention, I guess this is why he keeps getting caught. You know what I mean?
He's not the smartest cookie in the package, yo. So Corey, you don't, when we talk off camera, you really don't follow politics. What was your first thought when you heard that our government officials are using the app that those civilians be using all the time, yo?
Yeah.
I did think it was kind of odd, you know, like out of all the things that, because the government is about security and keeping things tight knit in a box. I thought it was odd, man. I thought it was really odd. And the first thing I thought of when I was watching this is just my brain, how it works. I'm watching Daredevil, and and Wilson Fisk is the mayor of New York, and he a flunky, a croonie that's very loyal to him. But this asshole goes out at night having drinks with his buddies and just starts talking, giving away all this shit that he just, because he think he hanging around his tight crew, and the shit winds up getting out and coming back to Wilson Fisk, and he's like, who in the hell, you know, said this? So this is what it reminded me of, man. Like, you got to be careful what you're doing, and this guy's an idiot, like major F idiot, yo.
Yeah,
like seriously.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, we all got, you know, friends, family members that work for the federal government. If anything happened like this, they wouldn't even be at the unemployment line, because they wouldn't even be able to get unemployment, yo. They'd be unhireable, yo. And that's the thing, yo. And even on a bigger spectrum, yo, like our group chat, if our group chat got out, there'd be some issues, know what I'm saying? And we don't even talk about nothing bad, like real bad, but it'd be some, like the way we talk sometimes. It wouldn't be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, our group chat is pretty tame, you know. You know what I mean?
I'm glad it is now, but it wasn't at the beginning. We had to have some talks.
Yeah, in the early stages, it was not. it was. I had to put that joint on silent because it was just
crazy.
It
definitely was like some crazy shit. I'll be at work, I pull up. What the fuck is this? Got to cover it up. like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
It was awful.
Looking over my shoulder, thinking that it's Your boy's
Yeah,
wild.
and normally it was one guy in particular in the crew that was just
that's what's going. It was
berating us with this stuff like every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
It was like
could they open your phone up in
nonstop.
public, at
Yeah.
church, at work? None of that shit, yo. It was crazy,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah.
But yeah, it just goes
Yeah.
to the bigger picture, yo. It's like, you
Yeah,
know,
it's crazy though. Like that's what Debbie says. Like, who the fuck's text secret war play? That is crazy. Like they're just doing this all through text. Because in my head, maybe back in the day, well, not back in the day, but in my head, I'm thinking this just like the movies. Like whenever some war shit, even if it's not like something major, bigger. I mean, like a full-on scale war, but it's like strikes. I'm thinking motherfuckers gonna be in the room around the table, like somebody else, a bunch of monitors, people like be going over plans and shit. Oh, these motherfuckers just texting like, oh yeah, this is what time it is, So that's what I was like, oh, that's just how it works, huh?
typically it doesn't. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like typically it is the war. It is like in the movies, yo. Know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Like that shit don't surprise me though. Like
yeah, I'm like, yo, they got a fucking war room for NFL draft, yo. These motherfuckers doing real war, just like chilling, yo. Like,
you never know who's gonna get drafted. They keep them Jones tight.
Yeah,
and nobody leaks.
So,
but yeah, it's crazy times, yo. Know what I'm saying? But yo, shout out to guy, yo.
Shout out to Pete, yo. Rob says, like a friend of mine, if your wife catches you in bed with another woman, deny it, deny. That's it. He definitely was pulling the your boy, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
Oh yeah, he was definitely pulling the Shaggy. It wasn't me.
I was like, yeah, it was like hours later. He was like, nah. He was like, nah. She was like, the report's lying. He was like, nothing got leaked. This and that. The White House had already confirmed it like hours, like 4 hours. He's still like that. Nah, nope, nothing leaked. I was like, yo, he was gonna ride that shit out to the edge. I was like, yo,
He's like, it ain't all me, yo. Who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes, yo?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy in this show, like and the ultimate spin, yo, just hearing people just lie to us. And that's why people be getting gaslit, yo. I don't even care about nothing else. Like if I see some shit with my own eyes and hear it and all that stuff, and you still gonna sit there and lie to me, that's like being in a relationship, yo. Like she catch you cheating or something like that, you be like, nah, it won't me. I got the text message. You can't claim it on me. Call Ali, yo. Ali tell you I was with him, yo. And then Ali will be on the spot like, yeah, he was with me. And it's like, she like, fuck both of y'all, yo. You gonna lie for him? You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is, though.
You just gotta be like, yeah. You just gotta be like, yeah.
But she caught me on the counter.
It
wasn't me. But she caught me on the sofa. It wasn't me.
Yeah, so it's no accountability, so you can deny all day, every day. Ain't shit gonna happen, yo. That's the thing, yo.
Yeah. Deny. Yeah.
Well, shout out to the dirty Texas, yo.
Secret password.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah. Isn't that from Spaceballs? Andrea or Andrea? I think we got for real. I feel like that's from Spaceballs though.
But you'd be surprised. You can always do 1, 2, 3, 4, or like 1, 1, 1, 1. You're getting so many people shit off of that. You'd be like, what the hell? Like literally 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 0, 0, 0. Like, people don't care.
No, they don't.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So I told y'all,
she know it. 0, 0, 0, 0. Go ahead.
0, 0, 0.
My mom almost got beekeeper, yo. So nah, yo. If you ever seen the beekeeper, yo, where Felicia Rashad was like, hey, they was trying to get into her bank information, get into her computer, like, hey, what's your password, all this stuff. So I tell my mama, yo, don't give Microsoft ain't gonna call you ever, yo. Never ever, yo. You know what I'm saying?
She got it like, oh yeah, wasn't loose, yeah.
Beekeeper, yo, yeah.
Jules says 666. Jules, we don't do none of that devil.
Well, it's an extra 6 on it, so I'll take that.
She's deviling on a different scale, yo. For some reason, I think this is Chicago's password, yo.
Yeah, I can believe that.
You know what? We're gonna do it. Be like, yo, we're gonna do a double 6'9", yo. 6'9", 69.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they out here getting really, really skilled. Like, so I told y'all my Netflix debacle yesterday. So I was telling the
Yeah.
fellas offhand, yo, like I got some emails from Netflix saying, hey, somebody logged into your Netflix account that, hey, somebody changed your email address, that, hey, somebody changed your credit card information.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up calling Netflix that day, and they were like, I need your name and the credit card number you use. So I do my Google's request. So what Netflix asked me for my credit card number, and Netflix will ask you for your credit card number if you call the customer service. That's how they verify. Yo. Craziest shit in the world. They don't ask you for the last four. They don't ask you for the CVV number or the expiration date, but they want the whole credit card number to make sure it's you.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, but I did my Googles on it. So then I was like, I don't feel comfortable. This was over chat. I don't feel comfortable, so I'll call y'all back. So I ended up calling Netflix last night. Shorty was like, yeah, somebody took over your whole account, changed everything. So they can't even restore it. They just tell you, set up another email address and set up another Netflix account, yo.
Oh, you for real? Damn.
That's crazy, yo.
So yeah, shout out to fucking Netflix having data breaches and shit, yo. So, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand how somebody would take over my email address and even change my name.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even change. They kept all the profiles the same, all this, and changed the credit card information. Yo.
That's crazy.
wonder
So
what they
clearly,
did.
what they did is they hacked somebody. They got somebody else's credit card and hacked into your account.
Yeah, I guess
damn, they just
come back to them.
Ooh, they pulled a double whammy. Damn.
Yeah, and it's an inconvenience because now
You
gotta change every goddamn password in my life, yo.
Yeah. I wonder how they got to your email though. I mean, a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't touched my bank accounts or none of that stuff.
Yeah. But I got multi-factor set up for all my shit. Everybody should do that too, yo. Everybody should have multi-factor everything. So
yeah, I got authenticator and all that shit. I ain't having no money to use Yahoo, but now I don't even use my Yahoo account. I use Gmail, but I use Yahoo for like the dirty shit, like
the dirty. When he signed on to that porn hub, when you're on that P hub, you're like, show you.
All right, I might have said too much, yo.
You got that MILF category and that BB Dub category.
I know.
I'm a whole grandfather. I'm on the GILF right now, yo.
Shit, they
you in
got
the GILF category. Okay.
Yeah, I was say they got kind of GILF. They got GILF.
Yeah, they got GILF too now.
Yo, fuck that leaking the group text, yo. Don't never leak my porn. Watch it. Definitely just burn. Like when I die, just burn my computer, yo. Fuck that.
So yeah, so you gotta put that shit in the will, yo. So so there's this thing, yo. For people, who coming in. My wife passed away 5 months ago, so I had to go through all this stuff, and you have to actually sign. She had to sign over access to her electronic stuff, like email, bank accounts, anything that was separate, because you don't just automatically get that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to put that in your will. Oh, like, hey, if I pass away, let me call Phenom real quick. Phenom, you know what to do, yo. Like,
it's funny you say that because we're meeting with the state lawyer coming up here soon.
Yeah,
I gotta go ahead. I'm young, but we just like we might as well just get everything in order. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
As
I
far
got a trust
as
set up for the
in case
kids.
anything happens, in case anything happens. So
something I have to do. I mean, you don't think about it, but something I have to do as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to think about that shit, but you gotta definitely do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got my kids taken away, grandkids taken away, yo. But I guess what? You gotta have one of your homeboys burn your shit, yo.
Absolutely. Especially that P-Hub account.
Hold up, you got a P-Hub account, Corey? So you gave the government your ID, yo?
No.
Really with the shits, then.
I mean, that's what really. I mean, of course, there's different ways and different. I'm like, yo, they really try to. At least they make me work for porn now. Where I'm at. Like, as soon as you put that shit, they want IDs and this and that. I'm like, hell to the no, but I mean, it's all types of workarounds. But either way, yo, I'm like, yo, this is just
too much work.
I'm just trying to get That's the
Yeah,
reason
nowadays
I'm
you
going to
got
the
to show
porn. Like that's why I ain't
verification.
going.
You
Because
got to
it's
get your
easy.
state ID. You got to show a picture of yourself on the camera. They do all kinds of shit
Yeah,
now.
I'm
I'm
like,
like, nah, bro, that's too
nah.
much.
Yeah. I don't want
The funny thing
nobody.
is,
I don't want nobody to know who I am. See me looking at
Exactly.
Asian midgets with BBW Asian midgets. Like, you know what I mean?
it's a
I
whole
mean, little
different, whole
people.
bunch of categories out there. Yo.
Nobody need to see what I'm doing looking at.
Yeah. So if you look at, so there's some stats, right? They show like where the most porn consumption is in the United States.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give each one of y'all a guess, yo.
I mean, I already
Okay,
know what it is.
cities or just areas?
States.
The
States?
states. It's all
I'm going to
the
say
Bible Belt. It's all the southern states. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to
probably
say Louisiana. I'm going to say Louisiana.
Ollie, you will be correct.
yeah, it's like all.
But MCAT hit it right on the head.
Utah.
Is the biggest porn consumption
with the
state
Mormons.
in the union, yo.
What? Utah?
Yeah. Absolutely, yo.
Oh my God.
And then the Bible states come after that. But we already talked about, I don't know, we probably talked about it.
Because when they be breaking out I know one year they reached like what categories most people watch, like in the States. It's funny because all like the gay and all that stuff is all the Bible Belt. Like, you know what I mean? Like those be the highest ones. Cats be suppressing themselves, yo.
Yeah, it's crazy, yo.
The forbidden fruits.
The
You know
forbidden fruits.
They just got to go ahead and get out there.
Yeah. So are there a lot of Mormons in Utah?
And my Mormons go crazy.
I guess so. I don't know.
That's where it started.
That's where it started. I mean,
that's where it started. Okay,
yeah,
so that explains it. That gives some explanation.
I don't even know if there are Mormons outside of Utah.
Hey, you know what? They're funny because they do spread out to like the Polynesian countries. I mean, areas, because they come in like, you know, you see a lot of Hawaiians or Samoans playing football and sports in Utah because they got converted to that. So, but I might have said this before, but I told you about like what soaking is in Utah with the
yeah. That's just hilarious, yo.
So Corey looked like he don't remember, yo.
Yeah.
No,
so what smoking is like, so they can't have premarital sex.
Okay.
So what they do is the man will insert his thing into the woman's thing but won't move. It's called soaking. And then
that's not it ain't over. It ain't over though.
It ain't over yet. So imagine Ollie and some woman back in the day, right? And Ollie does the insertion and all that stuff and has Corey Roy jumping on the bed, yo, simulating the act of it, yo.
Okay, say that part again.
Explain it well. Look, Corey, this is what basically. This is what I'm gonna tell you. This is
Ollie's I'm trying to be more PG, but
I'm gonna be like, yo, Corey, I got Shorty come through. You know what I mean? I need a little help. You like? If I ask you for some help with Shorty, what you gonna say, Corey? Yes? No? Maybe so? Huh? Yes, thank you. I hope you got me. You're supposed to be
yeah.
You know. So this is what we're gonna do, man. So we got her over there. You sitting on that bed, me and her on this bed. You know what I mean? I guess you're reading the Bible or what have you, just so you can be halfway innocent in this. And I'll go ahead and insert. I'm not fucking now. I'm only putting it in. It's like we just landed. So since I can't actually do the motions, what you do to come help is you put your Bible down, and then you come on the bed and start jumping up and down on the bed to make us move. So we're not moving. It's the bed that's moving. And you jump up and down on the bed.
Oh, no.
This is a real thing. This is a real thing, yo.
It's a real
thing. Jump. So that way we can say that we won't fucking, you know what I mean? It was the bed moving, making us. So, yeah, you just jump up and down on the bed.
It's a real thing, yo. So it's funny though, like, I got you, road trip. You want to know how I know? Because I read, yo. I be reading everything, yo. I be on the interwebs. I'm like Trivial Pursuit, yo. I know about everything, yo. Yeah. Shout out to John Smith for creating this fake ass religion, yo.
And the only reason I know about is he said Big Love. he said we got the stable of I remember that
Yeah,
joint on HBO, Big Love.
Big Love with Bill Paxton. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. Mormons be crazy.
Yeah. So have you ever seen Bill Maher's Religious, his documentary back in the day?
Yeah.
Because he's a atheist, so he started going to all different parts of the country, talking about different religions and confronting these people. So he went to like the Church of Latter-day Saints out there, and they wouldn't even let him on the grounds. Like they already knew who he was. They got security. I remember when we like even with Scientology, like I took my family out LA, and in Hollywood they got a big old Scientology building. We parked in front of the building, like 4 people came out. Wondering why we was parking in front of the building, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, you can't mess around that Scientology. I watched those joints from that. Vince had a good question though. Is the jumping friend the super soaker?
That's a good question, yo. That's a good question, yo.
I don't know what they call the jumper though. He got to have a name.
I mean,
that is odd, yo.
And then I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna pick somebody. I'll have to see. I don't know who I want to pick to jump. My bad. I'm just started thinking.
That's what I was going at. Who would be picked to jump?
I know who will be willing to jump.
But my whole thing is I don't want somebody too skinny, because like I need that motion in the ocean. So I need you gotta have some weight on you. But at the same time, you can't be so big you might break the bed.
Bruh.
Like so I'm trying to find that thin line, like yo, because if it's a little lightweight jumping on that shit ain't gonna do shit. Like, yo, we need to have some.
I don't know because I think one of our friends, and we use an alias, push. If you understand.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's an alternate word when you push somebody? You what? You ain't gotta say it.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah, I see. I got you. Yeah, he would definitely do it.
He would be like absolutely.
He got. I don't know if he got enough weight on him though. That's the whole
He will make
thing,
it. Trust me, he'd be so invigorated that he will make it happen.
You definitely need somebody with stamina though. That ain't gonna, pass out.
That's
after
true
like 10,
too.
15
Like
jumps.
That's what. Damn, there's a lot of factors involved in this. So.
Yeah.
Y'all doing mathematics and calculus and shit, trying to figure out how.
Hey, if this is your first time getting it in, you need to be ready and think of everything, because you got to make it. You got to make it work, man.
And then you got to have the music in the background. So we had a couple of, when we how to crisscross in the background. You're like jump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, or if you really like the young lady, you know what I mean? Charlotte Pussy.
Jump on my
love. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you gotta have good music in the background,
Or the Osmonds, they were from Utah, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Osmonds were like the Jackson 5 back in the day. Yo. They had their own show and shit.
Yeah, Andreas gave us a little salt and pepper. Push it good.
Push it good. But that might motivate me to push it. I'm like, I'll be fucking in an 8-ball jacket.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, that's why it's kind of hard to take. It's kind of hard to take religion serious, because there's always workarounds to what you want to do, yo. Like they say, yo, if you want to save yourself from marriage, yo, don't. You do anal sex versus vaginal sex, yo. Like there's so many workarounds to stay pure, or whatever, yo.
Yeah, this is crazy, like the ultimate workaround. Like you can go in, but you can't move. So somebody has to jump around you to make it move. I mean, so are you giving this person directions, like jump faster, jump harder, jump slower? Like
oh yeah. You don't have to coach him some.
You got to coach this guy a little bit, like you jumping too fast, slow down,
Slow down.
That's funny.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. But you know who else is crazy?
Go ahead.
Motherfucking Mike Lowry and them, man. So I don't know what you had mentioned the show Bad Boys Push 30.
Yeah, so Bad Boys first Bad Boys, came out in 1995. Smash hit. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith finally got together, did something good, and it turned 30. So I actually was watching it yesterday, and I realized how great of a movie it is, and how Tia Leoni is the worst person on earth, yo, because she calls a whole bunch of shit for these dudes out here, yo. Know what I'm saying?
That she does.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I give you brief synopsis. Like Martin and Will Smith are partners, and then one of Will Smith's, he's a Lothario, a Casanova, a Gigolo, all that stuff. So one of the people he was seeing or had a good partnership with got killed, and Tia Leoni witnessed it. So yeah, so she ended up becoming a witness. So she was doing shit like they said, "Hey, stay here." She goes to the club with a gun and try to kill the dude that killed her friend and stand her ass dead, which got Martin in trouble with his wife because his wife thought he was in Cleveland, and they caught him on camera not in Cleveland, yo. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great movie. I remember going to see it in the movie theater. And I had a good ass time with it. I don't know, did we go, Ollie?
No, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it in the movie theater.
Yeah,
but
I don't think I saw it in the movie theater. Yeah,
I saw it on videotape, VHS. I think I rented out of Blockbuster the time before it went out of business.
Well, no, I did. Maybe we did.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Actually, I did see this in the movie theater. I don't know who I saw it with though. But yeah, I definitely saw this in the theater.
So I mean, this movie stands the test of time, yo. I think it has a lot of great quotes in it. I think Martin
iconic scenes.
Iconic scenes.
Like, of course, them standing in the street. I think it was chasing people, when they stand in the street.
Yep. Michael Bay's typical. Zoom cam up and slow-mo.
So slow-mo.
Typical Michael Bay.
Shirt and shit.
Yeah.
And Martin over there looking all tight, you know what I mean? But they see that, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But no, Bad Boys was fire. It definitely was fire.
I think what made Bad Boys so good, in a lot of ways, an irony, was you had two, at the time, top kind of comedic actors. Will Smith was on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as a comedic actor, but he started to get a little more serious as the seasons went along, and Martin Lawrence. I mean, he was coming off Martin. He's done nothing but comedy. So you put these two guys together, and they're playing cops that are serious, but they still were able to tie in that levity constantly throughout the film, primarily by Martin being played Marcus Burnett. But Mike, a lot of people just remember Will Smith because that name, Mike Lowry, is said probably 50 times in this movie.
Mike Lowry.
But to me, it's ironic because the reason I know his name, like I'll never forget, is because Martin was saying it. When
he kept saying it.
I'm Mike Lowry.
I'm Mike Lowry. Oh no, we don't gonna mess with Mike Lowry. Yes,
Mike Lowry finally got his ass beat.
So I want to meet the dude that whips Shaft's ass.
Yeah.
So I found a couple quotes from the movie that are iconic, yo. Set the scene. Martin and Mike and Marcus going to the convenience store. The dude pulls a gun on them because he didn't realize they were cops for real. So the store clerk goes, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." Mike Lowry said, "Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit Bubblicious."
Oh yeah.
And what did Martin say after that?
And some Skittles.
And some Skittles.
I almost wonder if that was improv. You know, I believe I could just see Martin throwing that out there at the end, and they're like, "Cut, let's keep it."
Yeah, for sure.
And some Skittles.
Yeah. And it's a whole bunch of like, or Marcus, Martin, he goes into the house when the house is empty. He said, "Hello, don't be alarmed. We're Negroes. Can I borrow some sugar?"
Some sugar.
Got some sugar.
Yeah. It's a good movie, man. And then it's a buddy cop movie everybody love, but it parlayed into four more movies, man.
Yeah, I see 4 5 in total. They all been pretty good. Even
The
though
last one I thought
even the
was
last one,
really good. I was
yeah, that's what
actually
I said.
shocked the last one was as
Yeah,
good as
that's
it
it.
was.
I thought it was definitely just would be like a straight up like money
Yeah.
grab. I mean, which it probably is, but at the same time, it was a good, it was a
It was
decent movie
good.
though.
Yeah, it was good. I actually, if I had to rate them, the first one, the last one, the third one, and then the second one, that's how I would rate the Bad Boy films. Because the second one to me is not good. That movie
What's the
is like
was
3
that
hours. The
Johnny
second one is
Tappan.
when
they
they
go to
were in the cartel and they went down
the
to
cartel?
Mexico and
I did like when they was driving down the hill and this shit though. That shit looked cool. Even that's some Michael Bay shit. But
I mean,
yeah, I
that
like it.
was, but Jesus, they did so many other things prior to that, and then it was another 30 minutes of action after that. I mean, that shit was just long.
It was long. Yeah, you're right. It was super long. That shit was dumb,
like so
dumb long.
Yeah. After a while, I was like, I don't understand what's going on anymore.
See, I don't even remember Bad Boy 3.
So that's the one when Mike Lowry got shot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
he was having PST.
PSC. Yeah, I don't think I fuck with that one.
The captain,
And he found out who
got
his son
killed.
was.
Yeah, so
Because
son
they had like this assassin. His son had
Oh,
shot.
that's
him.
only 4. I thought it was 5 of them joints. So it's only 4.
No, it's only 4. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Actually, the 3 wasn't too bad. Actually, I like them all. To be honest with you, then.
Yeah, I didn't have any
3
issue.
was a little over the
with
top. The story around 3 was a little like with his son trying to kill him and the mom and all that shit. But no, I like them all though, man, for real.
Yeah.
But the original definitely set a foundation for that.
Yeah, and it really counterported their both careers. I mean, their careers have never been the same after that. Once both of them landed that role in Bad Boys, I mean, it really catapulted both their careers after that. I mean, Martin was already doing stuff in comedy, but as far as movie-wise, he really took off after Bad Boys, and the same for Will Smith. Now, granted, Will Smith got some duds in there. I mean, Wild Wild West and not so good, but his career definitely took off after that.
Yeah, so it's crazy that you say that because, like, Will Smith had a lot of good movies, and it's gonna take me a minute to find it. But I had found this list of movies that he did. So he did like 7 movies in a row that like he was like the summer, like July 4th was Will Smith. Even Jay-Z quoted this that trying to have Will Smith summers, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because it was that's what I mean. He's did multiple interviews about it, how it was all calculated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like him and his boys.
Calculated, like
I mean, you think about it, Independence Day,
Bad
Boys,
especially with Independence
Wild
Day,
West,
like that's when he like
MIB,
super blew up.
Enemy of the State.
Okay, yeah, so that's what like especially Independence Day because like he said, I mean, basically they sat down and looked at all the movie types. It was like what like alien movies, whatever. What they like, what when something comes out, what's the biggest this and that? Like they like basically sat down and analyzed it, and then just like let's do Independence Day.
So yeah, I got the list right here. So Will Smith box office stats: Bad Boys did 141 million, Independence Day 817 million, Men in Black 589, Enemy of the State, Wild Wild West, Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, I, Robot, Shark Tale, Hitch, The Pursuit of Happiness, I'm Legend, Hancock, Men in Black 3, Suicide Squad, Bad Boys for Life, and Aladdin. Only actor in history of Hollywood to have 8 consecutive films make $100 million in the box office.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Damn.
Yeah.
But everything I think was really good in Bad Boys, except I think Phenom says it in the title. What's her name again?
Tia Leoni.
Tia Leoni. She was annoying in that movie. She was really annoying. And I thought she would have been better than that as an actress. I don't know. She hasn't gotten a lot of roles after that. I mean, that's probably why. But she wasn't really as good as I thought she could have been or should have been in that movie, honestly.
Yeah, and she used to be married to Mulder from X-Files, yo. David Duchovny.
Really? Never knew that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Which is one of y'all favorite Bad Boy movies? I mean, mine is one, of course. Do y'all have a favorite?
1 is you gotta take 1 out, yo, because 1 is the GOAT. But
Okay.
I would say 4 was pretty good.
Then 4
Not
for
gonna
me.
lie.
Yeah. 4 was good. What about you? Oh, do you have a fave?
I mean, if
After
it's not
1.
one, after
So
one,
1, but then what's your next one?
it'll probably be 2.
Damn,
Even though it's
2?
long, even though it's long.
2 is not good. 2 is not good.
Man, 2 was good, yo. When last time you seen 2?
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 2 is not good. I just think it's not the best out of all of the ones in the franchise. That's my least favorite. I'll say that. That's my least favorite.
Yeah.
But there's some funny parts in 2 because they bring that back in 4. You know, they introduce Reggie in 2 when he comes to. That's one of the best parts in 2 when they come to the door with Reggie and they grilling him about taking the girl out.
Yeah, he's like, how old are you? 16? You look 30.
You look 30.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was good. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, shout out to Bad Boys, man. Gosh, who knows that it's been 30 years, man. Ah, damn. That's a long time.
Actually, Jabbar said Fridays turns 32. We don't have to do a whole separate shit for Friday though, because Friday.
Whoa, Friday turns 30 this year too.
Yep.
Damn. 95 had some really good movies. The fuck?
Yeah.
What else came out in 1995? Shit, I'm about to Google shit now.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah. What time is it? Well, we got plenty.
Nah, go ahead. I'm just checking. You do what you need to, bro.
No,
So I will say this though, like while Corey does that,
yeah.
If you are new to the channel, I see a lot of new people in here. Go to our live tab. So we did a series when we started doing lives where we did the best of that year. So
yeah.
So, you know, we did 80, 90, 81, 91, so on and so forth. So we gave you a lot of gems, talked about it, a lot of nostalgia.
What year did we go to? Did we go to 2000? We
99.
We went all the way up to 99.
99.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might got to go to 2000, yo. But yeah, 95 was a great year for us. You know,
but I do know I didn't go with y'all to see
Friday.
Because I always know that in my head. Because I think you and Big Derek went, and y'all called me to go, and I was on the phone with my shorty at the time. I was like, no, y'all go without me. And I was pissed off later on. I was like, yo, I should just go see that movie.
It was everybody in the world in that movie theater, yo. It was like the loudest black experience you could ever have in your life, yo.
Yeah,
laughing and running up and down the aisles, yo.
Yeah, I definitely
I think I saw Friday like 5 times at the Dollar Movie, yo.
Oh yeah, definitely saw. Yeah, the Dollar Movie used to be a trip, man. Motherfucker, movie been out for a minute. Go to the Dollar Theater. Definitely catch you at the Dollar Theater, yo.
Yeah, and that was that wasn't even the standard. Like Ali said, like we had the AMC theater there.
Yeah.
But then like once it's been out for a while, it goes to the Dollar, and that's where all the teenagers went, all the young people was. So it was pretty. I don't remember any violence or nothing, yo. It was all love.
Yeah.
So I can remember, yo.
Yeah, I'll save that for another day when my with me when I was a badass doing it at the Dollar Theater. but yeah. No, it wasn't nothing like it was just wild. I mean, we used to wild out the parking lot, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Bucks. But either way, yeah, the Dollar Theater was the shit, yo.
And they don't have anything like that now.
Yeah, they don't do Dollar Theaters no more.
Yeah, I mean, if people want the theater experience, I know after COVID, people were like they wanted to get out the house and go actually to the movie theater. So I bought some more AMC stock. That shit ain't do nothing, yo. People won't go into the movies for real, yo.
Yeah, you don't buy AMC stock for actual like AMC stock was like a meme stock, yo.
Yeah.
So
I tried to gamble, yo.
Yeah, that's all. That just is gambling. But no, I just thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, probably just no Dollar Theaters now. Because now everything's so structured, like it's in the theater for a set amount of time, then it just goes to streaming. You know what I mean? Because back in the day there was no streaming. It would be that, and it'll go to Dollar Theater, and then it would go to like the
VHS or DVD.
Blockbuster or whatever. And then, VHS to buy. So
man, Blockbuster was an experience, yo. We had to actually go pick out videos. You had to get a Blockbuster card, like a library card.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, Blockbuster was on your ass if you ain't return it.
Oh, that definitely was on your ass. I had good times with Blockbuster, yo. Blockbuster, half the fun was going to pick out the movie, especially if you was with a shorty, a little date. Shit, you spend some time with Blockbuster just walking up and down the aisles and shit, you know.
Yep. And I bought all the tapes said Be Kind Rewind. It wasn't nothing like getting the Blockbuster tape. And that shit was already at the end, yo. But now then they started incorporating machines that go ahead and rewind all the tapes for you, so you make sure they're good. But yeah, I remember like Blockbuster, like I want to go rent something. Like, nah, you got to turn this video game in. I'm like, I don't even got that video game no more. They wouldn't let me rent nothing.
You stole that joint. You still got it, didn't you?
Nah, I think somebody stole it from my house, yo. Be honest with you. But they ain't play, yo.
Nah, they didn't. Blockbuster was definitely one of the major ones. I mean, I used to go to Planet Hollywood, Planet Video. There were so many like other ones, but I love going to the video store, man. I mean, that was great. Definitely for video games, because I didn't get a lot of video games at Christmas or holidays, so the video store was the only chance that I actually got to play video games that I wanted, but I never got. So I got to play stuff like DuckTales and Metroid and Ninja Gaiden and all that stuff, because I didn't get a chance to play it. So I loved being able to go to the video store, at least try those games out, man. That was great stuff.
Yo, shout out to New Jersey Devil, yo. I was going to say this, yo. Avoiding Blockbuster late fees is how Netflix got started, through the mail DVD rental company. So
that's true.
Netflix was on your head about those fees too. If you want to rent something, like you had to get it like in like midnight, like you rented like 2 or 3 days. I can't remember the duration was. But you had to drop them bitches in the bin like by a certain time, or they're gonna charge you them late fees, and then you can't rent nothing. Or they'll
talking about Netflix?
Rent. No, Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had to join you put the deposit. I mean, go up there.
How was Netflix able to do that though? Like, you could hold on to those things for months and it just nothing. Like, how are they able to do that?
I don't know, man. I don't know that much about their business model outside of you can just rent and keep it forever and then give it back. But have y'all ever used Redbox?
Oh, Redbox is what took Blockbuster out of business, honestly. That was once Redbox came, and then you had Netflix, Blockbuster was done. But yeah, hell yeah. Coming out of a Food Lion
7-Eleven.
Or a grocery store, or definitely a 7-Eleven, Redbox right there, you get it for $1? $1? Come on now, man. You couldn't beat that. You could not beat that. I love me some Redbox.
I never used any of those. I never used Netflix or Redbox.
Yeah, I never used either one of them. I remember seeing them there. I used to see people pull up 7-Eleven.
It was easy.
Yeah, I know it was right there. It was easy, but by that time, I was just downloading shit, yo. That's okay. Once I discovered the internet,
you must have that good internet.
Once I discovered that shit, I was just downloading everything. Yo. I was like, "Fuck it." So I was like, "Oh, is this easy?" And then I had me a little joint. I used to. Actually, it's funny. It was Power Directors back then. So I used to have Power Director. Download it. I used to burn DVDs. I'd make a menu. I'd go download like the picture, like of the movie, make a menu, and that shit was set up. It could set up chapters. Like, it would automatically do like chapters and shit, so you can skip around the movie. I was downloading everything. I had a damn CD. Actually, I got. Hold on, let me see if I still got half my CD stat. Well, not. This isn't my CD. I got some other shit, so many CDs. I had a CD stack just like this. They should just flip through these bitches. Actually, it's funny. Yeah, that's what's it look like. Ha right here. Ha. I don't even know what this. Oh, this is Cameron. Get it in Ohio. That's a good mixtape, yo.
That is.
Oh shit! I got.
That's what burning stuff was. That was the thing.
I got. Like SNL. That's a Will Ferrell. Saw Ford Taken. Notorious. Like, I was just burning shit back in the day. I don't even know why. I always keep this by me anyway. Just
that Power Director was serious.
It was just a reminder of some of my old school shit.
I have a couple of joints still that are like burned on the CDs, like old bootleg joints I used to get from
But
like
yeah,
the
that's what these
local.
are. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the bootlegs are cool. You get some good ones, get some bad ones. But you know, that's the price of getting a bootleg, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, they gotten better now. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah, a
saying?
lot better now.
But yeah, like Ollie's right though. Like in the 2000s when the torrent game came, it changed the whole
Yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't need Blockbuster no more after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the internet, yo. The internet has its perks.
Yeah. Chicago
Man.
says I have a movie maker. No, I didn't have a movie maker. I did, like I said, I used to use, it was called the Power Director, yo. That's what I use for all my shits.
Yeah.
But I never was trying to like sell them or anything. I know people used to like. I wasn't into all that. This was all just for personal use, man. I was one of the people online. They hate me, yo, because I would download and never upload. You know what I mean?
You set your upload at like 0.1,
yeah.
0.001.
All
The
right.
slowest.
Motherfuckers hate me, yo. I download and upload shit.
Yeah, Ollie was a taker, yo.
Never a giver. At least as far as that goes, yo.
I got you. Yeah. Shout out to that, yo. So Karen posed a great question, yo. This is something we kicked around, yo. So will we do movie reactions, yo? So yeah, we talked
That's a
about
great
going
question,
back and
Karen.
watching movies movies we haven't seen in a long time, or we saw them when we were very young. And kind of like we do with our reactions, sometimes we do a reverse reaction and see what it is with our adult. There's several movies out there I need to watch. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So interesting you brought that up, Karen. That is something that we have thought about and toyed around with. Like, yeah, you know, should we, you know, get back into, you know, get into doing movie reactions? Because there are some movies out there, especially when we was doing the reminiscing on the 80s and 90s, and we kept going back to that. It was like, wow, some great movies that we haven't seen in a long time. And certain movies, some of us haven't seen that we could react to. Like, I haven't seen Conan the Barbarian all the way through. Warriors, you know, there's certain movies I haven't seen. Animal House, I haven't seen all of Animal House. So yeah, it's definitely something we're thinking about.
Yeah, so definitely we just gotta do our homework, yo. So we gotta, you know, watch it by the deadline, so we can talk about it. I'm with it, yo, because there's so many things. Like I want to get these references that people say. I mean, I like Animal House is one of those. All of those Blutarski. I think that's one that was like.
But I don't think. And not even so much of that. I don't. Well, I'm just what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to speak too much for who would put that up, Julesy?
Karen.
Karen. I'm sorry, Karen. But I think she probably meant like doing reactions like we do joints, like how people do reactions, like they watch the movies together. And
yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah. No, if he don't, it sounded like he was like, let's do a deadline. I think he was thinking about just talking about it after.
Oh no, I was about
doing
deadline
a movie
review.
Review.
Us watching it together.
Yeah, we want to watch it all together. So.
Yeah. So we gotta set up a time to do that. I'm with it, yo, because there's so much. That's like another, you know, the blind spot for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Same.
Some of these older movies that are classics and stuff like that.
That I haven't seen in years. Like just looking at it right now, like Silver Solo brought up Alien and Aliens. I don't remember the last time I saw Alien, the first Alien.
The first one,
know?
I saw the first.
I think I only seen it once.
Yeah,
my whole life. So I can't tell you about it. I just remember the motherfucker come out. Is that the one when it came out of the stomach? Was that one or that two?
Yeah, that's number one. That's the first one. Yeah, when it came out the stomach, they was eating.
That's the first one. That's Aliens.
No? Shit. See, that's why I need to watch
it. See, almost everybody thinks Aliens is the first one.
Yeah,
I believe that's Aliens. I'll double check it, but no,
the first one is Alien with just no S. The second one is Aliens.
I'm loving how everybody.
When I was younger, I thought Aliens was the first one because they came out when I was younger.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they gave us some good movies to watch, yo. A lot of I haven't seen, yo.
Yeah, a lot of people throwing some good ones out here that I feel bad now. I haven't seen some of these.
Yeah.
I was like,
second
Yeah,
one.
what you're talking about happened in Aliens. Yeah, that's this what
Oh,
happened in Alien.
okay.
With
Okay.
it coming out the stomach
Yeah.
Okay.
at the end. At least I
Yeah.
believe so. I don't know. I'm skipping through this shit, But either way, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of movies here. People saying Goonies, 12 Monkeys, Kroll, Mel Brooks movies.
Listen,
Always good to watch.
I will say, like, I don't know.
The Princess and the Bride. I would love to watch that again. I haven't seen that in years.
At least not a lot of music I'm dead on, but I watched a whole lot of movies. Like movies and TV, yeah, I've pretty much seen.
Mhm.
I can't say all movies, like certain types of movies, but I've seen a whole lot of movies. Besides the like rom-com shits and all that. If you take out those, I've seen most like pretty much all like the action movies and all the, you know what I mean, sci-fi, fantasy. I've seen them all,
Yeah. So shout out to Silver Surfer for the worst take in the history of take show. Predator 2 with Danny Glover was better than Predator to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That
Okay,
is definitely a crazy. That's definitely
that is a major hot take.
yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
That's like the pits of hell hot take, yo.
Oh, hot take. Predator 2 with Danny Glover was better than Predator to me. Oh, man. Look, you know.
So I'm gonna need you to defend your thesis on that, yo. I need to hear why, because we talked about it before how horrible that was. Because the Predator was in L.A.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Danny Glover kind of embodied Murtaugh from
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he was
definitely
still
doing
playing
Weapon,
Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon in this
yeah,
movie.
he's definitely doing.
And it's
yeah,
Danny
Lethal Weapon.
fucking Glover. The guy already is 65 in the movie going against the Predator, which we already saw in the previous one. Arnold Schwarzenegger barely beat, and he is leaps and bounds over Danny Glover. I mean, it just didn't work to me.
I need to know what the
didn't work.
casting was. How did they pick Danny Glover to be in the next Predator? Yo, they could have picked anybody else but Danny Glover.
Anybody.
And I like
You
Danny
pick-
Glover.
Yeah, but he's not not that kind of action guy. Not that kind of action guy, you know.
So every movie I've seen Danny Glover in, he's either an old guy who's tired of this shit, or he's a super villain. You know what I'm saying? So there's no in between with him. Like and I don't even really know too many movies outside. I know The Color Purple, all the Lethal Weapon stuff. There's a underrated movie called Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. You ever seen that?
Yeah, that was
I know
good.
Ollie's seen it.
Yeah.
But he was like a retired military guy, got recruited to assassinate somebody or whatever, but
They framed him.
they framed him. But Danny Glover was an asshole in that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just a lot wrong with Predator 2, and a lot of it is Danny Glover. The storyline is not that great either.
I ain't to go that far. I don't think it was a lot of his Danny Glover. The reason it's wrong with
He was miscast. That's
I
what
mean,
I
he was
mean.
miscast.
He was
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think the movie would have been good. Like Predator in the City was just a bad idea. That's just
a bad idea. Yeah, I think that's why I like Prey so much. Is because it erased all that bullshit, and it like let's take it back to what worked in an isolated kind of area in the jungle, a prey and a predator. Let's who's going to win, and that's why Prey works so good. The prequel to Predator.
Prey was like, to me, that's Predator. The first one is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Prey is second, and I ain't gonna lie, I like Predators.
I like Predators too. That's what I was saying. I like when they was when they dropped them all off on the planet.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Predator, Prey, and Predators. Those are the top three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Predator versus Alien. Nope.
No, I ain't really fuck with those.
Predator Requiem. Nope. Like all that stuff is not good, but Predators was pretty good.
Yeah, people definitely naming a lot of good ones, yo. Here.
Yeah.
So we can definitely jump on it, yo. Yeah, because I'm just looking at these damn shits. Like, it's some good ones I haven't seen in a minute. Like Starship Troopers, I haven't seen that in a minute.
I haven't seen that since the 90s.
Yeah, that was a Silver Solo. He recommends, so he's trying to get back on our good graces. You know what I mean? I see. Shout out to Lisa G.
Point Break.
I haven't seen her in the chat here. recently, but
Yeah,
Point Break
Lisa
is the
G,
fucking
welcome.
Yeah, Point Break was shit. Once they put on them president's masks and shit, I was like, oh shit.
Nixon mask and
Yeah,
regular
Is
mask.
this a safe place? Is this a safe place?
You've never seen Point Blank. All right,
I
old
haven't
boy.
seen
You
Point Break.
never had cable.
Yeah,
Keanu
I
Reeves,
have not.
Patrick Swayze, yo.
yeah. But no,
I haven't seen Point.
Yeah, with Patrick Swayze, like this is a
Have
good
not.
movie, yo. And what's your boy? Neo was in it, right?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah, that shit was good, man. So there's definitely some movies we could check out.
Yeah, look. Andrea said Dirty Harry. I haven't watched any Dirty Harry movies. I just know the line make my day, yo.
I have watched Dirty Harry movies because
you have. I never have either.
I had a cousin, man. Actually, well, y'all know Anton. His older brother, yo. His older brother, like, swore he was cowboy. I swear to God, yo. This nigga had like Marlboro Man posters on his. And he's not. I know when you people like back in the days like, oh no. He was. It won't even on some gay shit. Like this motherfucker just like on some cowboy. Like the Cowboys is his favorite team. Boom, boom, boom. And for some reason, he used to fuck with Dirty Harry, yo. So as a little kid, yo, I watched a bunch of Dirty Harry movies, yo. I don't know if it was just a big ass gun or what.
Well,
but shit, man.
I couldn't get Dirty Harry because I had to get it rented out, and my parents was not going to rent Dirty Harry.
Oh yeah, or not.
But I wanted to see it though.
Honestly, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't like know it like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I can't tell you with any of the movies. They made like 4 or 5 of them bitches. I can't tell you with any of them are out. You know what I mean? I just know he'll always be chasing somebody down like an alley or some shit. Like, in the end, guess what? They don't catch a bullet. That's about it.
Who was the other guy that he was like the other version of Dirty Harry, but he was Charles Bronson. Yeah.
Charles Bronson.
So actually,
Death Wish, or was that what it was called?
Death Wish. Yeah, the Death Wish series.
Yeah, they had like 4 of them. Death Wish.
They had a
1,
lot.
2, 3, and 4.
So I happen to be cleaning up my house, and my habit is if I catch a movie at the beginning, I'm gonna watch it. So I was scrolling through the channel and I saw The Mechanic come up. So you've seen The Mechanic, right? Oh, with Jason Statham.
Yeah.
So when I clicked on it's actually Charles Bronson. It was a remake of the 70s version. I didn't know that till I clicked on it.
I know the remake. Yeah.
Yeah, Charles Bronson did the original The Mechanic. It's the same premise. He was a hitman just like Jason Statham was, and he had take somebody under his wing just like Jason Statham, yo.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty good though. It was actually pretty good, yo. I think the other guy was Jan Michael Vincent, yo. I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat who's of some age know who Jan Michael Vincent was. He was like the it guy one time. Back in the day.
Yo, there were a lot of death. He did 5 of those, Ollie. I just pulled it up over the course of 20 years. Yeah. The first one was in 1974, and the last one he did was Death Wish 5 in 1994. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I just randomly saw this quote. Which y'all can y'all name
these cans? Nah, I can't name it. That guy hate these cans.
Steve Martin, yo.
The jerk?
Yes.
That
dude was trying to kill him at the gas station. He's like, it's the can.
Yes.
That's a funny movie.
I love the jerk, yo.
At least I hope that's what he said, but that's the only thing I know when somebody hates these cans.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie in years.
Yeah, the jerk. He invented that shit to keep your glasses up. So I had to keep pushing them up.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead. Val says call it
CDAC.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. That's what we do it. CDAC. Corey didn't have cable. There you go. That's how that's what we're gonna handle them. That's what we're gonna call them. Matter of fact, we should put that on the
Debbie was with me. Debbie's doing the jerk. Yeah, I was like, oh, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I watched the jerk. I watched the jerk too many times. I don't know why. It used to just come on randomly, like on TNT, like TBS type shit. I used to just watch that shit, yo. I thought this shit was funny as hell.
This just came on TV a week ago, and I was watching it. I was actually surprised.
That
First
movie's
Blood
great.
Rambo.
That
Yeah,
movie's
First
great all the way
Blood.
around, yo.
Great movie.
And speaking of blood, yo, I don't know if anybody ever shipped out their blood, or I don't even know how they do it, yo. But you heard, 23andMe came out and going bankrupt, yo. The DNA company, like where you can get all your ancestry. So they came out
Really?
around that time. It was a whole bunch of companies. What was it, like
Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Ancestry.com, 23andMe, and all that, where you
Mhm.
can look up your past, see where you're from and this and that. So they are the genetic testing company. They are going bankrupt. You know what I mean? They said they've been struggling financially for years. So they've entered the federal bankruptcy process, and basically, it's like 15 million users on the service, and so if somebody wants to buy their information, their DNA information, is up for sale, man, which I think is crazy. Now they have said like you can go in there and delete it, like, but I don't trust that shit.
I don't trust either. They
So
probably back all that shit up, yo.
yeah, exactly, yo. You can delete whatever the hell you want to delete. All your info is backed up somewhere, And I ain't to lie,
Absolutely.
not that I got something to hide. And trust me, everything the government wants to know about me, they already know about me. Google knows my whole life. You know what I mean? Google can tell you where I'm gonna be at before I can tell you where I'm gonna be at.
Facts.
But just in general, though, like I never felt comfortable for some reason, like doing the DNA thing. Did any of y'all do it?
Yeah, I
Nah,
did actually. I
didn't.
did Ancestry.com.
There you go,
Did you find out what part of Africa you from?
Yes, I knew it that when I did it, a fist was going to come out of that thing just like this. That I was going to be so much African, it was not even going to be without a question. They might as well said I was from Wakanda, honestly, because I was from the Congo, the Sahara Desert. I mean, it was all African, I did have a couple of things though that did kind of surprise me. I think I was like, I had Philippine in me. I had like 2% Philippine. I was like 3% from like Europe, like the London, Wales area. And I had some stuff from like just the Europe area, Denmark, the Scandinavian countries. But yeah, like 85% of it was all African though, like Congo area. They named all different areas and all that. So I knew that was going to be, I mean, they might as well have put me on the guys must be crazy, because I knew that's what was going to happen when they did that test. There was going to be a fist coming out of here like, brother. You know what I mean? I knew without a doubt. I was like, yeah, man.
I wanted to do it. I just never got around to doing it because I am interested to see, what part of Africa, what country.
It's really interesting because it will tell you where you came from, and it will actually show your progression over here into the States, where you landed, generally where your region is and stuff like it. It shows it pretty good, and it will constantly keep checking. So as time goes on, as other people get into the database, it will constantly keep analyzing your data, and it will show you other relatives or find out other information about where you came from. So this is very interesting.
What you have to send them?
They send you a tube and you a solution, and you have to spit in it up until you get to a certain point, and you twirl it around and you put the tap on it and you just send it. They just need you to spit into a tube with a mixture until it reaches up to a certain point, and they use all of that in order to get your DNA.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah. It's not hard, but it was really interesting. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I would. I mean, that if I could just, I wouldn't. I'm probably less hesitant about it now, like I said, because I already know everybody got everybody info now. You know what I mean? Back then, they used to be like, oh, they might take your. But guess what? It's like there are no secrets now. I realize that. So, but it'll be interesting because I ain't gonna lie, yo. I got some people. Because you think I'm light skinned? Like how you was like, yo, you knew you straight power. You think I'm light skinned? I got like some great uncles. Like you can literally look at their pictures, yo. You would never know that like they were black, yo. I mean,
Mhm.
they like straight pass, like when they be like back in the day, like the passing and
Yeah,
all
they pass
that.
for white. Yeah,
Oh yeah. They all,
yeah,
and it'll be crazy because one will look like that, and then the next uncle will look like, you know what I mean, like a regular
yeah,
black dude or whatever.
Like James Evans.
I don't want to say regular black dude, but you know what I mean. But it was just like,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, man,
yeah,
you'll be
I'm
surprised.
interested to see.
You'll be surprised if you were to do the test. You'd be surprised where your breakout comes from. I was about 80% from Africa, and then the other 20% was a lot of the other different places, Europe, Scandinavian countries, and then that 2% from the Philippines. I don't know where that came from. Somebody went overseas and did something, but either way. But that probably explains my hair texture though, because my hair is curly, so I'm thinking that's where it came from.
You just put an S curl in your hair in
I'm about to
college.
say, I was gonna let that slide. Look, I'm glad Pete said it. Hey, he don't be the one.
Like what? Man,
I was gonna be the
you had the
hater.
90s Jerry curl back in the day.
Yeah, rocking that damn S curl.
Yo, I went to the dollar store, yo. I bought me remember that big jug of S curl activator I had? I pour that shit out and put it all in my hair.
Man, your shit was wet as a motherfucker, yo. Yeah, I understand a lot of these people like you just pulled a Pete Hegseth, yo. No, we was there, yo. We do, yo. We saw you. Like Corey probably groomed this up the most out of the whole crew, yo.
Oh,
Corey,
he definitely did. That nigga shaped himself about 30 times. That nigga did
every day.
Ready to go.
Every day Corey was
every
shaping his
day.
hair.
I'm like, yep. Like, brother.
Yeah, no stubble or nothing, yo. You got the Steve Harvey lined up, yo, every day, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, that just took me back, yo.
Man.
So we stayed in the apartments next to each other. We had this door that divided, but it was always propped open. We always kept our door open. So you can just walk in the Corey's apartment, you just hear the clippers going, yo. Oh, Corey shaking his head up. Yeah.
Yep, I did.
Jersey said, got that soul glow.
Yeah, that soul glow.
Let your soul go. No, but it wasn't that bad.
Just let it shine through.
So I wasn't, yo.
I had to put that on, man. It wasn't like that.
But really what it was is I did add it in there. I'm not gonna lie, I did, but I didn't really need it because then it would tighten my curls up. Like they would be tight. There would be like little curly balls all over my head. I didn't realize that I didn't really need it, but yeah, man, I was putting that shit in my hair, man. That shit was like, I love that shit too much.
Yeah, I ain't never used no shit like that, yo.
Yeah. I
that's
definitely.
Yeah, my hair is funny because it's like you can't really tell up here, but like if I grow it out, like it's real. I don't even know what the word is.
Your hair kind of curly.
Oh no, it's like beyond. Like if I grow it out, like as soon as it gets wet, like it like boom, like it. My hair is soft, pause.
But, yeah, I got soft hair too, yo.
Yeah, but
that's that Philippine.
Like we grow my hair. I mean, it's definitely like whatever. But you see, even my kids, yo, like they got like I don't even. Well, Noah's his hair is basically like super curly, but I don't even know. His shit could be like you'd think he was a mixed baby for real.
Yeah, you got that genuine hair, yo. You got that good hair, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yo. But yeah, yo, my eyebrows
are hair like that. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Got some good eyebrows.
But the 23andMe though, it's just crazy. Like I don't know if people thought that far ahead when it started off. You know what I mean? Like, did anybody really think like what would happen if the company goes under? What happens to all the information and this and that? You know what I mean? Because it was just this idea. Then they got the funding. Then they got the booming. And like I said, it was multiple companies doing it. 23andMe is one of the biggest ones. Like everybody knows that name. You know what I mean? But did anybody really think about like what would happen if it went under? Like what's the fallback?
So I mean, what made it go under? Do people just stop requesting it, or like bad investments? That's the part I want to know. Like, Because it seemed like a solid.
One of the ex CEOs, I mean, he was basically like it was bad management and this and that. But people always blame something. It was worth it, but at one point it was worth $6 billion. You know what I mean? So, they was booming. At one point, it was booming. You know what I mean?
The only thing I could think of is there are a lot more companies that were doing it. So it's sort of like remember back in the day, the battle of the VHS and the beta tape.
Yeah, I used to have a beta tape.
Yeah, or the battle between was it Blu-ray and HD DVD? You know, it's the same thing. So sometimes you got 2 companies or 3 companies battling out for the top spot. Somebody's going to get left in the dirt, and it was 23andMe.
No, I found out the real reason. Like this was in New York Times, yo. The company's decision to declare bankruptcy was not a surprising one after a 2023 data breach in which attackers gained access to information from 7 million customer files. 23andMe stock plummeted, and they settled a class action lawsuit. So
there you go.
There you go.
Man,
30 million.
That's it.
There you go. Pete
Hegseth. That's a lot of info.
He was head of Pete Hegseth. What's his name?
Pete Hegseth.
He was the head of data security over there. You know what I mean? So that's what happens. Honestly, just in general, yo. That's what it's tough, yo. Especially some shit like that. I don't even know if they got to follow like HIPAA. But see, I don't know if they would have to follow like HIPAA laws and all that type of shit. Because
that's true.
Where I work, I work in tech and for a health company. Like it's a lot of shit involved with that shit, PHI, PIs, and all that. Like it's a lot of, you know what I mean. So. Yeah, once you get hacked, it's a wrap, man. So
yeah. But yeah, it's crazy.
Let's
bonkers.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I was just amazing how like a company like this, like they was on top of the world at one point. Everybody wanted to know where they were from, yo.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody wanted to know where they were from, and I mean, like you said, like you can be hot for a second and drop. And like it's nothing. But I mean, it's probably done a lot of good, man. Actually, somebody brought this up. I'm sorry, let me pull up Val. Where is she at? Boom. Which is crazy. He said her husband's sister did it, and they found about an adopted sister that they had. That's wild. I'm sure they probably weren't the only one. I'm sure a lot of people found out about a lot of brothers, especially back in the day. You already know you can hide a family across town. We talked about that. How you could, So people probably found out a lot of stuff like, oh shit, I got some sisters, brothers, all types.
They will do that.
You might be adopted.
Yeah, I know. Do that. That's what be like. Oh shit.
It's the ancestry is really thorough. Like it will let you know how far close they are to you as far as relation. So like it will pull somebody up that you may not even know, and it may be like, yo, they could be a brother or sister or a cousin or first cousin. It will tell you, so it will get you really thinking, like, oh shit, it's pretty thorough.
Hey, boy Silva, he said, I got 45%, Colt 45 in me, and 20% still reserved with 35% Johnny Walker.
That adds up to 100%. You're absolutely right.
I'm gonna do the math. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, you're right.
35, 80 plus 20.
I'm gonna tell you, if you got that still reserved, I can't fuck with you, brother. Because
that's still reserved. Whew.
I told you we treat that shit like it was poison. When it first came out, that silver can.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. That shit get you fucked. I woke up the next morning like my sides was hurting, all my kidneys. I was like, man, me and Sam I was like, yo, I ain't never drinking that shit again, yo.
Yeah, I never.
First time I've had still reserved was over with Ali and them, yo, and I think I'm still babysitting that damn can that's still reserved. Yo. I probably took 2 sips of it. I'm like, I can't drink this shit, yo.
Yeah,
I'm drinking like some Mad Dog, some Wild Irish rolls and stuff like that. Can't fuck with it still reserved though.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I won't do it again because it's like 8.9% proof or something out of that can. That shit is tough.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, it is, yo. That shit is awful.
Lisa G asks a question here. She says, I'm not sure if this is a dumb question. You guys ever consider taking live phone calls from your fan base?
That's the
Lisa. Oh, go ahead.
No,
No, I was saying that was the old days when stereo we was doing that.
That's
yeah,
exactly what
so
I was
that's
going
what
to
I
say.
say. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was. So, to give you a little bit of background on how this started, this is it. The whole channel. We used to be. Ali and I actually started one day. We was on an app. We was on this thing called Stereo, where we would get on there and podcast. We would pod on the Stereo app, and we had a lot of people tuning in. And the cool thing about the Stereo app is it allows people that are listening to call in and make comments, and you can actually respond in real time to
You
them.
play 'em. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
play,
you could play their comments. It was really cool. And we were doing so well on Stereo that's when we decided, like, well, why don't we dip our toe into YouTube? And that's kind of how that started. And then once we dipped our toe into YouTube, we reached out to our friend Phoenix from college, because we know Phoenix talks all this kind of the same stuff we talk about. And there you go.
Phoenix was in the Stereo days, because but
he did that. That's right. He did. Yes, he did.
But at one point we was doing Stereo and YouTube together. Like we were trying to like combine it all. So, but he was with us, like it was near the end of the Stereo days where we just had to make a choice.
One or the other. Yeah.
But I would say though, from the Stereo days, because yes, I mean we did pretty good over there Stereo compared to others, but I mean of course just the Stereo app itself isn't as big as YouTube. That's why we was like, fucking YouTube is where the people are. So stuff can happen where you could I mean don't get in trouble. Like some of those comments used to be wild, and
yes.
Corey would never vet the comments, yo. He just play them.
I know.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's people on YouTube that take live calls. And I'm just wondering, like, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of scares me, because I was like, oh, these people might come here and say any type of crazy shit. Yeah. I mean, of course, you can always just cut them off. But at the same time, I'm just like, because, that definitely let me know. Fuck around with Stereo, like those comments. And it was like, yo, these people are, I mean, not these, I mean, just the internet is wild,
Yeah.
If
no lie, Ali's right. We had a lot of people that would tune in, and a lot of people that would be rocking with us. But some of those comments that would come in, they were like borderline. I mean, it was crazy.
It was horrible. So.
And some of them I had to stop in the middle of the comments. I was like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have played that one.
I ain't trying to get
it was like C-SPAN calls, yo. Sometimes, yo, see the prank calls on C-SPAN, yo. They never vet them joints, yo.
But I ain't trying to get kicked off YouTube. You know what I mean? YouTube hit the wrong word.
We would love
this,
to,
wrong that.
But
we had a way.
Yeah. Now about 85%, probably 80% of what people commented on were legit. But it's that other 15-20%.
I would say higher than that.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, but you just
I mean, it only takes one though. That's what
it only takes one. Yeah,
I mean, out of all, like whenever we did it, I mean, it would only be a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would only be a couple.
Most of everybody else was. I mean, not most. Everybody else was chill. So
yeah.
But
that's how it started, man. Me and Ali. Actually, it was kind of funny because I wound up downloading the app, and the app will let you know who else is on the app. And that's how it happened. I saw that Ali was on the app, and I sent him a text, man. I was like, yo, what you know about Stereo? He's like, what you know about Stereo?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, we ain't joined like together. We was like, boom. Yeah, basically. He's like, oh, you on Stereo? I was like, yeah, I'm on Stereo. Listen to people. And then we just like, yo, fuck it. Let's go up there.
Yeah, and the first thing we did was we were talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was what we first talked about. Those are the first things. Yeah, we talked about a lot of other stuff too. We talked about everything, you know. But yeah, those were the days. So now we're here. So yeah, we would like to take calls, but we're just afraid somebody's going to get on here and fuck it up for us, you know. Yeah. And YouTube is too serious, and we would hate for one to ruin everything.
Yeah. Damn, I'm looking up here now. I'm back to the chat. Motherfuckers is talking about all the stuff they used to drink. Lord have mercy, yo.
We got some alkies up in this motherfucker, yo. They everything.
Yeah, I'm seeing Boone's Farm from Strawberry Hill.
Yeah.
A lot of
No, so
liquid cocaine. Yeah, that's what
I just
moves
want to know. Vince said, "Is Cisco bad?" Yes, it's bad.
Yes.
That damn
Liquid
Cisco.
crack is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Cisco is the liquid crack, yo.
Yes.
Definitely.
Julesy said liquid cocaine, but no, it's liquid crack. It's
But no, I think
worse.
it's a drink called liquid cocaine where you can
Really? Oh, okay.
like shots you can buy.
Yo,
Or she
Vans
might be
be on his
talking about
game.
the Cisco too.
Everclear.
Everclear
Oh, Lord.
maraschino cherries, yo.
Mm.
That don't even
Yeah.
sound right, but guess what?
Because I remember you can even buy Everclear in we're from VA. You can even buy it in Virginia. You have to go to like the North Carolina border, to get Everclear. Because that shit was like it was like 100, not 100 proof. I mean, it was
a
like
high concentration.
percent alcohol. Yeah, because I know proof they like double it, so it was like 40% alcohol is 80 proof. That shit was like might be like 80%. It was some ridiculous number.
So it's crazy. I just typed in what and then put in PRO into Google. They already said what proof is Everclear is the first thing you can sign.
Yeah,
95% alcohol by volume.
So that means it's
190 proof.
190 proof. That's crazy, yo. Like that shit ain't nothing but Lord have mercy, yo.
It's extremely highly alcoholic and it's very flammable.
Yeah, that's why, because that shit had a skull and crossbones on the bottle, yo. Like a literal skull and crossbones.
Yeah. You might as well be drinking rubbing alcohol. I mean, seriously, you drink that stuff. You might as well drink rubbing alcohol.
They sell
I did used to drink.
Here. It's $42.
I think they now
they let it. Now you can buy it in Virginia. Like it was because there was a time when you couldn't, and then they eventually let it come in.
Did y'all?
Mama Judge said left E and J out talking about, but E and J boy the Irkin jerk. You know what I mean? Yo,
y'all call it the Irkin jerk.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yo.
That's a good.
And his cousin Paul Masson, yo.
Yeah.
Bottle Paul Masson for like $9, yo.
Yeah, Paul Masson. Yeah, for real.
I remember that Paul Masson.
I get that Paul Masson. I was thinking I was doing something.
Man, same here. I thought I was balling with that Paul Masson.
It sounded fancy.
Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, y'all remember like Aristocrat had every they tapped into everything. They made vodka, rum, all that stuff.
Gin.
That bottom shelf liquor, gin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
Aristo
was crazy.
Nasty stuff.
You get a whole gallon of that shit for like $10.
I got this one time from the Tiny Giant at I should never done that. That Magdo. I got like the strawberry, whatever kind.
Shouldn't taste like strawberry.
No, it was like strawberry banana Mad Dog 2020. I'll never do that again. I went up to the liquor store around the corner.
I know it's banana red. It's probably
banana. Okay,
it's banana red.
Oh, trust me, because I asked her. That's what we used to drink. We used to drink me Telly and shit. We gonna get some Mad Dog. No, that's just nasty. It's not. But we used to drink that. We get some banana red, baby.
Yeah, banana red.
Honestly, all that shit tasted horrible, man.
That shit ain't had no kind of fruity taste or nothing, yo. All that shit tasted the same, yo. You get the grape, banana red, whatever, yo. You couldn't tell which flavor it was, yo. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Charlotte Dixon said Long Island iced tea, good drink. It'll get you fucked up though. Yeah. If somebody fixes it right. Because sometimes you go to the bar and if you get it from a bar, they may water it down. But yeah, that's a tough drink, the Long Island iced tea. Good though, if they fix it right.
I've had a Long Island iced tea in a long time.
Yeah, it's a good drink, but yeah, it'll sneak up on you. It'll sneak up on you.
I mean, they put all them damn liquor in it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
definitely a good drink. I do want to give a shout out earlier. I hope he's still around. Kevin, Kevin's all. Oh damn. But maybe we'll see this later. Kevin's always on the go, man.
Yes.
Like airport to airport. He said he's in Denver tonight on a work trip. But good news, he got to see his sister, which is always a good thing.
Always.
Oh damn. And they said how the three meet, how long you known each other. Well, you know.
Well, no, it's you want to say that? Do you want to go with that phenom or? Ali?
I've known Ollie since 1990, so
Yeah, that's
35
right.
years.
Yeah.
When I moved from DC to Hampton, 8th grade met Ollie. Went to high school with Ollie. Graduated with Ollie. Met Corey August 1995. Me and Ollie, same day. You know what I'm saying? So that's 30 years of friendship, yo.
Yeah, met at
Yeah.
ODU on the basketball court playing, and we got smoked.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
I
didn't really
give
know them. It was just all this
Ollie
playing
was
a
out there
pickup
too.
game.
He was like Jordan Pippen out there. Ollie was out there grabbing rebounds, throwing assists, getting buckets. And I was just busting your ass. So I know we already knew what it was.
Yeah,
though.
because we were playing with it was
Yeah.
me, Jaron, Craig, and I think Kimo
Y'all
was
had-
out there too, and
Y'all
Dre.
had
Dre was out there. We had Dre.
Dre was
That's
out
what
there.
it was. We had
Yeah,
Dre.
y'all had
Because
Dre.
Jaron kept getting mad because Dre wasn't getting no rebounds because he
Yeah,
thought
'cause we had-
Jaron was.
'cause-
He thought Dre was
'cause-
going to be dominating because he was so tall.
Yep.
Because it was
And
me.
Mike was out there.
Yeah, because we met Big Mike when Big Mike walked up. We thought Big Mike was like thugging it. He had to change. He's like, yo, who got next? Who got next? And we was like, oh shit, you can get next with us. So it was me, Phenom, Big Mike, Tony, and I think your roommate.
My roommate,
Jason. Yeah. So we did beat the brakes off y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that didn't start the friendship that we know. We just knew each other. We were just playing a pickup game. That's how we first met, but that's not how we really first met. It wasn't until we did an intramural football season. Intramural footballs, and we wound up all being together on the intramural football team. That's where it started, where we really got to know each other and start to hang out, and it's like, okay, these guys is cool, so that's what happened.
Yeah, it was good times, though. Definitely good times.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
I'm not touching that one, silver.
What did he say?
You say you want to touch on that one?
No, I don't touch that one.
Oh yeah. And then just to let y'all know, the following year, our sophomore year, we wound up accidentally, but it just so happened it was in the cars. We wound up picking the same floor in the same apartments right beside each other, on campus apartments. Did not know he was going to do that.
Yeah, they had on campus apartments. It would be 4 to each apartment, and we ended up right next to each other.
Didn't even know it. You could always pick your apartment you wanted to the next year, and we picked EE5, and these guys picked EE6. Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Until we walked up the first day of school.
We was like, oh shit. And it was on for real. That's really what set it off. Because right then it was just on and popping.
Yeah.
We was right next to each other. Because before, of course, we played the flag football, but it was still like the group was kind of split because we had some like me and Phenom lived and Rogers like on one side of campus. They had they had housing on one side of campus and housing on the whole other side of campus. So it was like split half and half. At that point, it was like boom, we was all right next to each other, like right there. We was wilding, We did all types
a lot of shit.
A lot of shit. We got called down to the offices a few times.
A Brown, yo.
Yeah.
We had problems. We had parties. We were still in it was on campus, but you had to pay for cable. So what we did was we figured out a way where we could run because the apartments were right next to each other. So they had a closet when you first walked in, for coats or whatever. I don't know what the fuck closet was.
Yeah, coat closet.
Yeah, it was a coat closet.
So the coat closet's on this side, and on this side was right there. So it had a pipe that ran some shit that went from one to the other. So we was like, we bought cable in one apartment and then ran a cable by the pipe through that shit.
The pipe,
Through the pipe. We had about 100 splitters and split that shit to all the rooms. So instead of we had 8, we split cable 8, 9 ways.
Yeah. Crazy.
The shit was crazy, yo.
But it won't just cable, because we were innovators. So we were able to play the music from in the same apartment. So you could be in one side partying, On the other side, you had the same music, yo.
Same
Yeah,
music.
yeah. So we used to throw parties, and we would run the speaker wire through
Yeah,
there.
we run the speaker
So
wire.
the whole floor was playing all the same music.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
yeah,
That
we
shit
had
was
good
pop.
times.
Yeah, so many
It
people
was to be
came out, though.
popping. So many people
Yeah.
on campus would come up there and be like, "How do y'all have the music in both apartments at the same time?"
At the
He
same
never
time.
told them though.
Yeah,
Trade secret.
Never told them.
Absolutely,
yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
But those parties got us in trouble. We got called down a few times.
Oh wait, so Debbie says, "You mean Corey finally got cable then?" Yes, I did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, but yeah, it was definitely like you talk about like MTV Real World, like all the craziness that would happen in MTV's Real World or Jersey Shore. We were all that before then. If they had cameras up there for just all the hijinks and craziness that we got into, man, it was wild.
But yeah, we did a lot. That's why we all still cool. Like honestly, like all the people was with this last week in Charlotte. Like it's literally everybody except for two.
Except for two.
So
except for two. Yeah.
And then during that time, it's like for real, it's like all come full circle. Well, not full circle, but like the what's the word I'm looking? The seeds were planted. So me and Corey did a fucking radio show on our college campus. Like our college had a radio station. So me and Corey was like, yo, fuck it, let's do it. So on Saturday mornings, me and Corey had every Saturday morning.
Yep.
Yo, he used to have to come to me like, come on, Ali. I'm like, oh shit. Like, yo, because it was in the morning. We used to have to wake up and walk our ass across campus. But me and Corey did a radio show every Saturday morning, y'all. And you couldn't hear this shit nowhere else but really on campus. Like,
it was an AM station.
It was an AM station. But me and Corey used to go up there and fuck around. We had good times up there, though.
Yeah, we would mess up the queuing songs in. And cussing on the station.
That was you. That was what I was saying. Corey asked us to cuss on. I cuss a lot, as y'all can tell. But for some reason, back then, like Corey could not stop cussing on. I'm like, yo, goddamn, brother. Like,
yeah, I could not stop cussing on the air. Every time I got up there, I was just letting them fly, yo. Oh man, yeah, that kind of planted that seed back then. You know, honestly.
Yeah, the radio station used to be fun. That shit was fun, man.
That was the first time we heard Eminem. Actually, we got the promo tape.
Yeah, promos. Yeah. And that was the one good thing working there because we used to get like a lot of promo CDs, a lot of, you know what I mean. So we used to get all that shit, yo.
Yeah, that was interesting because it was a very interesting promo tape because it didn't have a picture on it. It had a silhouette image of this guy in like a hoodie and jeans. So you didn't even know Eminem was white, but that's the marketing thing of it all, you know.
Yeah,
Dre knew what he was doing.
Oh, my bad, I didn't cut you off. But yeah, because I was gonna say, when he finally came out, I was like, oh shit, he white. Because I didn't even know. I was like,
because we were jamming to that shit. We was like, yo, this shit is fire. Yo, this Slim Shady shit.
It had the joint. I'm trying to think. I know it had the song where he said, I'm screaming on you like
I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. When he's like, I'm screaming on you like Marty Schottenheimer. I thought that was like the greatest line ever for some reason. In my head, yeah, screaming on you like Marty. I was like, yo, he's the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm. And then it had snippets on the other side, and one of the snippets, of course, was Slim Shady, the single that he came out with, My Name Is, and then it had other snippets on it too. But it was like, yo, we were listening to that. We was like, yo, this dude is fucking killing it. And this was before he came out on MTV. It was a promotional CD, probably about 7 months before he dropped that video.
It was a minute before.
It was a minute.
Yeah, like you said, it was definitely a good 6-7 months. You're right.
Yeah,
before it actually came out.
Yeah, and then we saw him. We was like, oh shit, he's white.
But it was nice, yo. That's one thing you definitely can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
And then back in the day, we was besides Radio Coast, we was a little music group. DDA was dropping hits. So we had we used to have a couple of songs. Like we used to have the campus buzzing, yo. I don't even know if we should
I don't know if
even
you should tell the name of these
name the
songs.
song.
But to give you guys some background, we were a group of guys and we decided to let's dip our toe into music. And we started rapping and writing lyrics and actually making beats and rhyming over beats on tracks. We got a 4-track.
No,
so
we
we started
the 4-track,
Yeah, we got that 4-track over that summer. That's what it was. That shit was like
That's
a Fisher Price for that shit looked like a little we went to the pond. We all put in some money. We was like, yo, we need to get like a 4-track.
Yes.
What we could afford was this little motherfucker.
It did look like a Fisher Price 4-track, yo.
Yeah, that shit did work though.
But once we did that and we had a little microphone and we would just pass it around. Yeah. So anyway, we started doing this, and for some odd reason, we started to really get a buzz on campus, man. People was really digging the music we were doing.
The music,
so we became like local celebs on the campus with the music, yo. It was crazy. And
we even got
my bad.
Real studio time.
That Radio Shack. No, bro. We got that shit from motherfucking pawn shop. We bought that shit from a pawn shop.
It was a pawn shop.
Nah, we put some money together. Went to the studio out by beach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Went to a music symposium. That shit was all the shit, yo.
Yeah, that shit.
I remember that too.
I remember when they played that song because, and I will say, our music was. We were like, I always say, describe us as 2 Live Crew and Wu-Tang Clan came together. So all of us was like different, and all we rapped about was girls.
Yes.
But that's all we do.
That's all we do.
Yes, like won't none of us out here like slanging drugs, doing you know what I mean? What we knew was we was on campus.
Mm-hmm.
That's what so every song was just girls.
That's what it was. That means seriously, that's a good way to say we were like Wu-Tang and 2 Live Crew. If you could put them together, that's exactly what we was all different, but we were rhyming about our environment, which was girls. I mean, so our songs could be kind of raunchy at times, but they were hook heavy and popular though, because even the girls were singing the songs, which was crazy though,
Yeah,
the girls would sing the songs too.
It was catchy.
Yeah. We even performed at a show. I don't know if he was at that show, Phoenix, that we did. We actually got invited.
My baby mama was there though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That was a pretty good show.
Web was fun, yo.
Yeah,
we did
that was a pretty good show.
All that.
Yeah, so as you can tell, man, we did a lot of shit on that campus. This is just scratching the surface of a big iceberg of all the crazy stuff we did, but good times.
I mean, and I always say, man, when we tell people about our college experience, nobody can really understand it because theirs was so like not ours. Like they ain't have fun like we did. We had too much fun. Like
some days I wish we weren't married because we could tell these stories.
Yeah, if we were all single, then we could really go into it, but we can't.
Yeah, of course, it's like all years, decades before we all got married. But I'll just say, I can't, like some of the stuff we used to do, it was wild, That's what I be telling people. But it'll be funny because people will come visit us, yo. I mean, like Will came visit us. Oh, we wild out that week. He was like, y'all do this. He was like, my experience. Like people would come, they be like, their experience was nothing like our college experience. But it's funny to me. I based the college experience off of what I saw on TV and the movies, yo. Basically, I thought this was what it was supposed to be like because I watched all the movies, like people acting up, wilding out, doing
like Animal House and House Party. Like,
it's supposed to be, but then you realize, like, no, that's not what it's supposed to like. It's not. I mean, they might do it like one weekend every this and that, but for us, it was like God,
it was
damn,
every week. And people,
every
week.
Yes, random Tuesday.
And we're not lying about this, guys. It was literally, I'm saying, we were having parties and wilding out on like a Tuesday. Yeah, like it was like that. It would be during the week every day. A Friday was just as hype as the Tuesday, which was just as hype as a Saturday. It was wild.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah. There were times where I went to sleep. I would go back to my room and there would still be people in the living room at like 1:00 in the morning. There would just still be people there. I'm like, I'm
That's
tired. I gotta go
that's
to
very
class.
interesting you say that because people didn't know when to leave sometimes, yo.
They did. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Like you can go, like you said, you can go right back in your room and go to sleep, and they
Uh-huh.
just be sitting in your living room
They would
still.
still be
Yeah.
there. They would still be there. But we were really good at just making people feel at home, make them feel comfortable. I mean, we were just
We were good guys, yo.
honestly, we were like a lightning in a bottle at ODU, honestly, because I don't
Yeah. And
know
then
too many
what?
people really was able to do what we did for so long.
And what it was, ODU is a PWI, so of course there were like black fraternities on campus, but a lot of them was going through. I think like the Qs was going through something at that time where they couldn't really be on campus. The Kappas
Right.
got caught up on some shit. They couldn't really be on campus.
Yeah.
So we were almost like the
fraternity.
the black fraternity on campus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And definitely shout out to all the real, because I'll never be like one disrespect like the D9, whatever, you know what I mean? Because we got people in the crew that, Kappas and this and that, So but basically as far as on that campus, we were like the main. We were like the black fraternity. Like if you go to like certain camps, like, oh, the Key Dogs, they run this. It was like, no, it was DTA because we was wild. Everybody just knew we was wild,
Yeah.
And we branded ourselves. And that was another thing. I don't even know.
No other group had really did that before.
Yeah, I don't even know because people have like cliques. I mean, but they all tried after we started. But like you come on, I mean, but just in general, like just think like before this, even with our friends, like we didn't. I mean, the only time you branded yourself, quote unquote, I don't say branding, but like for real, it would be like if you was in the game, like you know what I mean, like I'm in this that whatever. So we was on campus, like we branded ourselves
with shirts too. Like we
had shirts.
We bought shirts. Yeah,
we had. And the funniest shit was like, so, of course, we on campus popping, people like us. We started getting a lot of, for lack of a better word, haters,
Yeah, we did.
So people used to be like, yo, don't go mess with them. No, don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them. Mm-hmm. So we motherfucker took that. We made a whole song and made headbands called Fuck DDA. Like, we made a song called Fuck DDA. Made headbands called Fuck DDA. I was wearing them shits like, yo. And people loved it though, you know what I mean? Like we were wild, like we were pretty innovative,
I agree. Especially with the branding, because sometimes guys call themselves amongst each other, but they'll never like throw it out into the atmosphere like this is us. And that's what we did. We was like DDA. We're DDA. It got to the point that the name became so big that it almost became bigger than the group itself, like the Temptations, like it was so big. Like people were like, I remember people knew what DDA was, but might not have knew who was in DDA because the name became so big.
Honestly, you're right. People didn't know who was in DDA.
Yeah.
Like, the name got big.
The name got so big.
Because those people,
yeah. I mean, now people that were like within a year or two, that time we was in there knew, but like those like freshman classes that were coming in that were like 3 years behind us or 4 years behind, they had no clue.
Like DDA.
It was like DDA, and they ain't even know. I'm standing right next to the motherfucker right now, like
it was like legend status. Yeah,
it really.
But that's why. But that's why a lot of us went on to like do some big things, like good things. I mean, all of us like, you know what I mean. That's one thing too. I'll say like the whole group, we all like holding it down. You know what I mean? We all
and like. I mean, I think that's what makes us so unique. In a lot of different ways, we're a really big group of guys, like 15 guys. We're still tight 30 years later. We hung out this past weekend the same way that we hung out 30 years ago at ODU. Ain't nothing changed. That's very unique. And then to have each of these group of guys excel in their own individual ways after they left ODU, because we all really excelled in DDA, but we just took all that stuff and just did it with the real life world anyway. I mean, we all doing well for ourselves.
Facts.
And we were just so innovative at that time that so many people were trying to replicate and duplicate what we were doing, but they never could get quite to the DDA status that we did. Like people were trying to come out with their own shirts. They were calling themselves names, but nobody could ever really do it the same way that we did, though. They were even throwing parties.
They can't. If you look at it, this weekend was an indication of how, like, you go back to your respective corners of the world and show pictures of what happened that weekend, and people don't understand. Like it was 13 people there. Like, you have 13 friends. Like, I'm talking about, I have 13 brothers. Like, we talk every day, like in a group chat. Somebody and it's been like that for years. Know what I'm saying? So just to have everybody in one spot again, the jokes was flowing, the drinks was flowing, the stories were flowing.
Tony was ragging on my shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal your shoes next time, Corey. We're gonna steal them.
We're doing
Them shits were fire. Everybody thought they were creative Rex until I would say otherwise.
Hey, I mean, look, I can't knock it, yo. But even like the old ways of being indecisive about where we gonna go.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's all that stuff. Nothing's changed, yo.
Yeah, we have some adventures, yo. I'm sure we definitely have some adventures like y'all were part of this one adventure, yo. Honestly, that's how you know I'm old, because this is probably the most fun we had, because we were leaving a day party, went to a day party. So we were in the parking garage, but y'all were in a different garage, a different parking situation. So it was like 5 of us in the truck.
We was in the same garage. We had to repark.
We was in the same garage. We was behind y'all. We got stuck though.
Yeah, we can't get out.
Y'all rode and y'all ended up riding with. So, okay, yeah.
We wound up getting that Uber over, but
because basically we couldn't get out. It was an accident or something in the garage, so we like trying to get out the garage. We was just in the same spot for like 20 minutes. Like, that shit was ridiculous, yo.
Yeah.
So we was like, you know what, fuck it. There's a couple open spots. We just parked real quick. We was like, we'll just catch an Uber over to the other spot, come back to the garage. You know what I mean? So we get outside. It said for us, the Uber was like, it said it was 28 minutes to walk, but the Uber was going to take like 20-something minutes to get there. And there was still mad traffic because it was downtown Charlotte during this weekend. It was a basketball tournament this weekend. So it was like, man, we might as well just go ahead and start walking. Like, but then we were walking. We were like, man, I was telling Tony, I was like, man, we're going to get there, walk this damn 30 minutes, all sweating and shit. Like, you know.
Right.
So we saw the motherfucking bikes, like the joints you can rent, like the bikes and the scooters, yo. So it's 3 scooters and 2 bikes, yo. The perfect number. It was 5 of us. We jumped on them shits and motherfucking bike. I was on a motherfucking little 2-wheel scooter. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared as hell. Some of the joints. So we was going down some hills and shit. I was like, oh man, if I fall down right now, I am gonna get fucked up. But we motherfucking just hit the scooters, was all up in the streets. We was living dangerous shit. I know people was probably pissed off at us. And we were like, you know, but it was fun as hell, yo. It was super fun, man. It was super fun. And we ended up getting there same time y'all got.
I'm about to say that. We walking around the corner.
Same time.
We was like, how the hell these people get here? Like, we was on the highway.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, we are on the highway, back streets, all that stuff to get. We had to park kind of far away. And we start walking and eyeing them, fixing their coats and shit. And I'm like, how the fuck they get here?
Yeah.
But it was perfect timing. It was a perfect weekend, yo.
Yeah,
it was.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? It was really fun, yo. Yeah.
I got a picture that I can show of what. I mean, let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all go ahead and keep talking. I'm sorry, I should have probably said something.
But if anybody's ever rode one of them scooters, like, because you always see them, like, especially like if you're in a city, if you're in I just say big city, even medium-sized city, you always see like the scooters just downtown areas, like, you know what I mean, you just scan it with your phone and this and that. Yeah. I was like, I always be like, whatever, you know what I mean. I'm just gonna walk this and that. But now,
how fast do they go? Are they easy to ride?
I mean, it was pretty easy to ride because it goes pretty fast though. I ain't gonna lie, like, because that's why I was like, oh shit, this is it's kicking up. That's why I was worried. I was like, oh man, if I fall, I'm going to be out of work. fuck going to this club. I had to be able to get out of bed for like 4 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
know.
that hijinks, yo. Yeah.
So this was one of the pictures at the club that we took after we all got together. Let's see, does this work? There we go. That works.
Yeah, that's when they put on the joint.
Yeah. If y'all been to our Facebook page, you know, y'all probably already seen this, but this is the picture here. So that we took that joint after you know, we popped the little bottles and everything. Cass was, you know, little, you know, feeling good. And then we was like, you know, let's take a photo real quick, man, so we can capture this moment, you know, because we were having a good time up in there. We were having a really good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time, yo. Yeah. But you know,
whole weekend was fun.
Yeah, ate good. Look, man, like I don't know what time. Like I slept in my sweatsuit before I got to the airport, like because we had to get up like 6 in the morning to get to that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You keep on the vans. So
Damn.
I had to pack. I was packing during the day, and I just slept in my sweatsuit, yo. I knew I had to get up early, yo, because I ain't gonna sleep till like 4 o'clock in the morning, yo.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna sleep till late. You got back. I ain't gonna be a D8. You know, my
Tony fixed breakfast, yo, the next morning, yo. I didn't think he was gonna do it, but that brother was up fixing breakfast. That fucking French toast.
Yeah, because the next day I went. I took Dre to the airport, dropped him off the airport, drove home. So as I got home, 30 minutes later, was back in the car going to Noah soccer game. Jackson's like, you don't drive? I was like, hell no. I put my sunglasses on. I was out there weeping the Bernies. I was like, slept on the way to the game, cheered at the game, slept on the way back from the game. I was trying to catch up on some sleep, man. I was like, oh god. But definitely, I was on dad duty. But so had fun at the game, came back. But as soon as I got back to the crib, I was like, yo, I need some rest.
Yeah, we ain't young no more, yo.
That's what I said. The older you get, man, that recovery time is a lot longer. Yeah. But we're hitting 11 o'clock, so I guess we could end it here tonight, man. I mean, first off, just like to give a shout out to everybody, you know, the members that are in here as well. Terry Rhodes, Mary Nielsen, Vins. Let's keep going up here. I know we got Marie Judd. Sorry, I'm still rolling here. Debbie.
Yeah, shout out to
I hope
Debbie.
I don't forget anybody.
Vins.
And all the folks that normally do show up, Vins. Thank you, Vins, as well. So yeah, Val, Julesy, Yo Cap, Charlotte, Andrea Klein, Karen, been rocking with us. And then Silver Solo joined the crew as well. So a lot of you guys have always just been rocking with us. Road Trip. So just thank you guys so much, man. This has been a really good one. And thank you, Lisa G, for joining us, man. Hope you can join us next week too. Every week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. So same bat channel, same bat time, same bat station. Anything else before we roll out of here, fellas? Man, this has been a good convo.
Yeah. I'm about to hit the streets. This has been a slow week.
Yo, Vince said DDA's new album, man, Popping Bottles. That's what, yeah. That looked like it'd be an album cover though. Like honestly.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like I said at the beginning, Ollie taught me buying my first popping bottle experience. So you know what I'm saying, but it was good times. So that's a dope ass picture. Who took that picture, yo?
I don't know. We gave the camera to somebody, and they took it. Yeah, we gave the camera to them, and they took the photo. Yeah.
Oh,
and it just turned out great.
I had to do a smile. Hey,
what are you doing in the back there?
Oh, you know what? I think this picture encapsulate what people really think we are, yo. They think me and Corey serious, and Ollie's always on joke time, yo.
There you go,
like
man. There you go. Yo. Yeah, man. And I wear my sunglasses in the club. That's how I do.
Yeah, me too. I ain't taking pictures off the whole weekend, yo.
I ain't taking them off the whole weekend either, man. I was so happy to have some glasses on, man. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I told you, man. Change your life, yo.
Yeah,
I know. I know your cap put up the joint, but see, it don't do the USA meme. There, I'm with you though, your cap. This is that group chat. You know,
Yep, I got you, yo.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got it.
that's funny, yo. Yeah.
But I do want to. Oh, before we go, anything? I know people ain't really here, but shout out to Teddy Pendergrass. This is his heavily birthday. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But I do want to do a. We might have to talk about him next week, yo. George Foreman, yo. Shout R.I.P. George Foreman, yo. The grills between the boxing and the grills, yo.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did his thing.
He got to that bag. Shout out to Hulk Hogan for dropping that.
Yeah, that's what I said. We might have to talk about that next week.
Yeah. We'll talk about that next week too. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, look, thank you guys so much for joining. We will be back. Thank you guys as always. Okay, Ollie's out. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. As I say all the time, man, we will be back next week. Same bat station, same bat channel. Thank you guys so much. And we'll go ahead and throw this up here while we get out of here. All right, you guys. Peace. Bye.
Yep.